that we are not going anywhere, that the defiance and the resistance begins today. I want to pay tribute to the RMT on this protest today, obviously in the other rail and transport unions. But the message that must be sent today is that no union stands alone against this government, that they take on one, they take on all of us, and that is the message we have to send. And that is the message we should have sent a few weeks ago, when the scandalous decision of the High Court judge against the CW, that jumped through hoops to get a legal ballot. You're supposed to get 50% turnout, they got 76% turnout. They got a 97% yes vote in that ballot, and an establishment judge, a big business judge, ruled that ballot out of order. Well, we stand with the CW like we stand with the other unions. The CW have talked about that they are being billed £200,000 because on Merseyside their members took strike action, unofficial strike action, against a racist manager. That isn't £200,000 that the CW should be paying. That is £200,000 that the whole trade union movement should be ignoring and fighting together against them. I seen Tony Blair talk in the media yesterday about how the Labour movement should rescue itself. Well, we don't need lessons of Tony Blair, do we? Because Tony Blair did win a couple of elections. Some of those he won by 100-seat majority. He could have repealed all the anti-union laws of Thatcher, and it's a scandal that those are on the statute book today. We don't want to go back to the right. We want to champion the manifesto that Jeremy Corbyn stood on over the last few weeks. Those policies, like repealing the Trade Union Act, bringing railways and the mail back into public ownership, they are the policies that are popular that we need to retain as well. I just want to make a couple of more points. Is what we do after today. We need a council of war in the trade union movement. We need to bring all the unions together, yes, with the TUC, and we need to be laying the plans now that in the new year that we have a Saturday London demonstration to bring the trade unions together. There are some workers, unfortunately, that were kidded along that might think that Boris Johnson is going to act in their interests. A Prime Minister, same old Tory Prime Minister, that stands with establishment judges, that brings in more anti-union legislation. That isn't a Prime Minister for workers. That is the same old Tory Prime Minister that stands for big business and the capitalist establishment. We need to unite together, to march together, to strike together against this Tory government. It's up to us now. Let's fight together and let's defeat them. Solidarity.
Situations this, of course, we're devastated about the election result. Of course we are. But the period of mourning that election result is over today. That's it. We now move on, and we move on to make sure we use every mechanism we can to oppose this government. Because in this Queen's speech, right though it is, it's quite clear that what they're launching is another attack on the working class, both in terms of continuing austerity, but also more fundamental than that. This is an attack on basic trade union rights we've not seen maybe on this scale for over a century. This is a line in the sand that they want to force us over. Therefore, what we'll be doing, make it clear when Jeremy Corbyn gets up this afternoon to respond to the Queen's speech, he'll make it absolutely clear that we will be opposing this anti-trade union legislation. So again, I repeat time and time again, the role of a Labour MP, yes, it is in Parliament to oppose the government, but the role of a Labour MP is also on the picket line, it's also on the demonstration, it's also on the occupations, and that's what we'll be doing in this coming period, to expose what the threat of the Tories, what they're doing to our communities, what they're doing to our basic human right. And the right to withdraw one's labour is a basic human right convened in law by the ILO and other legitimate organisations, and this is something we will stand foursquare with the trade union movement on. Let's be absolutely clear. I think now, of course, our role as a movement is to lift people up, to actually now give them courage that they'll need in the struggle over these coming years as these Tories attack our communities and attack, yes, our class. Solidarity.
We're going to pick it up, but we're going to be in a battle of our lives. And we need to make sure that every single one of us, the trade union movement in particular, stand together, fight together, because when we do, we win. Thank you very much.